Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Enzo Aliotta with Joe Silvas and Team Motorsport. So the question we have for you is, do you have a ranking or a testing protocol in place? So we're actually going to be talking about two things. Why don't you talk about the ranking, now talk about the testing.
Yeah, so look, I'm going to keep this really simple for everybody. I don't think this needs to be some complicated system. You just want a basic, especially for kids, but adults too. You know, anybody who's familiar with jiu-jitsu knows, you know, from like white to blue, it's like 4 stripes and then you move up, that type of thing, you know, in most places. And man, people look forward to those stripes. Adults look forward to those stripes.
Piece of electrical tape.
Yeah, that's it. But it's a sign of progress, right? It's recognition of the progress that you made from your instructors, okay? Our students are the same, kids are the same. So we do attendance stripes up until brown belt, and then our brown belt is a little bit different. But we like those attendance stripes. We like to show those kids that the more they come, the more progress they're going to make. That's not the only requirements, but I think that's a good starting point for everybody.
I absolutely agree. I think you should have a minimum amount of classes per belt. Like, that's what we mean by the attendance stripe. So if I'm a white going yellow belt, the minimum time frame is 24 classes. Yellow to orange, we do 24 classes. Minimum, right. Orange to purple, 24. And then for us, like purple to blue is 32 classes. And then when you go from blue to green, it's 40 classes. And then green to brown is 48. So you can design the amount of classes that you want as a minimum, but you have to have something. Because again, and just because they attended the 24 classes doesn't mean that they're going to test. That's just time. Because we all know that it takes a certain amount of hours to master anything. What's that saying? 10,000 hours or 10 years you become an expert. So we kind of let them know that, like, this is the minimum time. You may be at that rank a little bit longer based on the fact that you have to go and practice. You know, this attendance striping system only works if you actually go and practice.
Sure.
If you just come and show up and you don't practice, then you're not going to be able to get the results on that time frame. And the other thing is, what's your testing procedure? Like, you can't just say, you know what, I'm just going to test this guy tomorrow. Especially with kids, you know, we offer a belt test every month.
Yep.
Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to test every month. Matter of fact, people will never test every month. But someone in the school may be up for testing. Maybe it's not you testing every month, but someone in the school. So if you don't want to do, you know, if you don't want to host a belt test every month, fine, do it every other month. But have it consistent. For us, everyone knows the second Wednesday of every month is belt testing.
Right. You don't have classes that day.
We cancel our classes and we run it. For our jiu-jitsu program, we have a full jiu-jitsu program. We run belt testing for those guys. Belts and stripe testing is done twice a year. Once in April, once in August. Like, that's the system. In my adult program, we run belt testing every quarter, once a quarter. So that's just how it is. People know, and by having the system in place, you know, like, everybody wants that carrot, right? Everybody wants that next belt, they want the next stripe. So it also keeps them on track. It keeps their attendance up. Like, oh, I know testing is coming up, and they want to be part of it. So they attend classes and they practice. So I know some of the old school way was like, you know, shut up, don't worry about it, and when you get the belt, you get the belt. And we still kind of have that in us, but we're not so like, well, when you get it, you get it. Like, there is a system. That's what we want you guys to do. Have a belt testing system in place so people have some idea. You go to college, you know you're going to get your bachelor's degree in roughly 4 years. You're going to, you know, as long as you're doing the work. You're going to get a master's degree 2 years later. People know that, right? If you don't have some sort of roadmap for them, you're going to, you know.
And that's it. It's just about a roadmap, right? It's about having some standards, having a plan for them, and working.
All right, guys, so that's it. Again, drop us questions, text us, reach out to us. We're here to help. We'll see you guys in the next video.
All right, see ya.